Hello everyone, and welcome to another review. Today I have for you a review of Dior Homme Intense, but before I touch on that, I kind of want to touch on this past weekend. This past weekend, for those of you who don't know, we met up. By we, I mean a bunch of fragrance reviewers and some non-reviewers kind of got together, went sniffing at the store Min New York, as well as Creed and Bergdorf Goodman. By the way, Min New York, I'm going to touch on that in a whole different video. Fantastic store, excellent, knowledgeable salespeople as well. It's just an overall fantastic experience, and I want to give a big shout out to them. Thank you for hosting. But back to the original point, thank you to Frank and Al especially for getting this whole thing organized, for getting everyone together, securing the venues. Frank went out of his way, even spoke with the owner of Bond, and they gave us a whole bunch of Bond samples. Let me see here, like everyone who went there got this bag. It was just a huge sample of pretty much almost Bond's whole line. In it as well, you've got links to, little pamphlets and stuff to Frank's website as well. Check this out if you need web hosting. I'll put the link down below. And just some other goodies. Overall, it was a fantastic time. J.R. Ryder was out. New York's Fragrance Bog, Julio, by the way, they're both going to be releasing videos pretty soon. Excellent time. Oh, yes, and I got a free t-shirt from Al. It was, the Street Sense t-shirt. Excellent t-shirt, my size. Just overall an awesome time that, goes down as pretty good. During the event, we shot a Street Sense video as well. I'm going to put down the link to Al's site as well, and on that site you can actually find a link to everyone else's site. Luis, Freeze, pretty much everyone's site there. And very good, very fulfilling time. We had a lot of fun. We hung out for around 8 hours. Afterwards, we went and we ate. Great time. Just wanted to touch on something. Some people thought I was upset in Al's video. I actually wasn't upset. That's the face that I get when I'm sniffing fragrances and I get in the zone. At that particular moment, I was finding out what kind of makes all of those creeds smells similar to my nose, and I believe it's the ambergris, but either way, that's kind of the scent, and that's also why you'll never see me smelling fragrances on video, because I look like that. I may look a little bit mean. Sorry about that. Try not to let it happen again, but either way, it's not really a big deal. I wasn't upset. Just trust me on that one. You can ask anyone who was there. It was good times all right. But on to the fragrance review itself. So today I have Dior Homme Intense. Now this one I actually like reviewing a lot because it prompted me to do a lot of research on it. And this, I would probably say I've done maybe 5 months of research on. Now obviously that's not 5 months continuously. It's here and there put in, but I did put a lot into finding out more information on this particular fragrance. So here's the bottle. Very beautiful. Says Dior Homme Intense right there. It's kind of got this nice tint to the bottle. It's clear, but it's kind of got a little bit of a smoky feel to the bottle. It says CD on the top. On the bottom, you've got your manufacturer's information and all that good stuff. Okay, sorry, I don't want to put it there. And pop it off, and it's got this. It says Christian Dior. You won't be able to see it because I can barely see it here. But you'll see Christian Dior spread around the top, black top, and Christian Dior at the top. Now, this fragrance was created in 2007 by Francois Dimaschi. I believe it's Dimaschi, how you pronounce his last name. But he created others like Fahrenheit, the Fahrenheit line. He created Dior Homme, Dior Homme Sport. So he's very much a prominent parfumer in the Dior house. So he is famous for doing stuff like that. The one thing I really want to mention on this one is there is a lot of debate as to the reformulations and versions of this. There are actually 2 different versions or reformulations of this particular fragrance. The first version you can actually tell by, if you pop this off, you'll see a silver kind of cap or silver kind of area around here, rather than this black area that you're going to see. Whereas the second version, my version basically, has this black cap, and they both, while they smell similar, they do have some very key differences. So it's important to note that my review is based off of the reformulated version of this particular fragrance. Now, I'm also going to put a link to a thread down in the video's notes of where they're discussing reformulated versions, because that'll take me literally another video entirely itself to explain the difference between the versions and to tell you if you have what version or not. So even that little information that I just gave, that's kind of like a rough overview. If you want more information on that, read that thread. I'm going to link to it off of base notes. But anyway, this is available in 50 milliliter and 100 milliliter. You can purchase this for around $60. You can purchase the 100 milliliter for around $90. So it does tend to get a little bit up there in terms of price for a designer fragrance. This is Eau de Parfum version. Yes, Eau de Parfum version of it. So it's not light. It is a heavier fragrance. Now, the notes that this consists of are iris, vanilla, cedar, amber, musk, and vetiver. I believe this version also has a little bit of pear accord in it. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, what I get from this particular fragrance, this is a very sexy fragrance. It's a very date-loving fragrance. This is a perfect type of fragrance that you would use for a date. I get right off the bat a blast of iris. Now, the iris sort of smells like something that you would smell in the old school makeup type thing, but not quite. I've heard some allusion that it smells a little bit like Play-Doh, and I can kind of get that a little bit too. Not exactly, but just kind of reminds you a little bit of that. Now, I know that may sound weird, and they may sound, okay, well, why do I want to smell like that? But you'll have to trust me when I say that it really comes out as a really nice, sexy fragrance that is really meant for date occasions. Now, after you get that top note of lipstick, the lavender starts to come out a little bit more, vanilla starts to get a little bit more, and you start to get a little bit of a, I say, a cocoa feel. I didn't get any pear. Some people have said they got pear in this fragrance, but I don't really get that at all. I get a really nice vanilla, lavender, iris, and cocoa mixture that goes in, and that's kind of what I get in the dry down for it. It's a very nice, alluring fragrance that really brings out that sort of aspect of it. So the dry down, again, is the real strong point of this particular fragrance. Even if you don't like the opening, I would tell you to kind of give the dry down an impression. One of the comments that I've heard made about this particular fragrance is that it's a perfect metrosexual fragrance, and I can kind of see what people mean by that. It is, the fragrance does sort of kind of lean on the feminine side, but it's not a feminine fragrance on it. And once you get your nose on it, if you haven't already, you'll kind of see exactly what I mean on it. All right, now in terms of sprays, I give this particular fragrance I usually give about 3 sprays on it, one to each shoulder area, and then I give one to the chest type area. As far as the occasion, I mentioned it before, this is a perfect date fragrance. I have worn it to work, but it didn't really seem to fit the occasion. So, if I give any recommendation, I say wear this for a date or an evening out with some others, basically. Very good fragrance for that occasion. It's a masterpiece for that, and if I was to recommend it, it would literally only be for those occasions on it. Now, in terms of projection and ciliage, I get excellent projection on this. I would say, people can smell me about, I want to say, 4 or 5 feet away, and that's only with 3-4 sprays. So just keep that in mind when applying a fragrance. It is pretty powerful, so be careful on the trigger if you can. And so you can wear this year-round. I would classify this as year-round fragrance, but I would say it's more for the cooler times, if you will. Like, I would definitely wear this only in the evening, pretty much. And even when you do wear it, if it's evening summer, if it's really hot, I would say go 1 spray on it, 1 spray to the chest, or 1 spray where it'll kind of leave there, because this is some pretty potent stuff. Okay. Now, in terms of ciliage, it does leave a nice little scent trail around, gives you a nice little trailing scent and background. In terms of longevity, I give it anywhere between 10 and 14 hours. It lasts a long time, and I have actually had it last longer than that. This is a type of scent that really does stick around. If you spray it and you put it on a t-shirt, it's gonna stay on that t-shirt and keep that scent for a good while. I had a friend who I left one of my shirts over at her place basically, and she commented that, wow, your shirt really smells like Dior Homme Intense, or the fragrance that I was wearing. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, because it sticks. So just keep that in mind. Now, as far as what age group wears this, I would say this is perfect for the age group of anywhere between, anywhere between post-college and onward. College, college and beforehand, like high school, I think you can pull this off. I just want to say be a little bit more careful in how you wear it. Definitely wearable. Just be careful in how you wear it. Don't go crazy on the trigger on this one. All right. Now, in terms of who is going to like this and who's not going to like this, if you're an iris lover, this is definitely something that you're going to like. If you're looking for a date fragrance, take a look at this one. If you're looking for a fragrance that is very versatile, can be used in any occasion, I would definitely say steer clear of this one, because I just don't see that coming from this fragrance. If you're looking for a fragrance that is undeniably masculine, or is sort of like, that gives you that rugged appeal, whatever that may be, I'd probably say, steer away from this one, because it kind of gives off that metrosexual presentation. But either way, still a fantastic fragrance. Now, as far as compliments go, I have gotten a lot of compliments on this. I remember one time, a couple of friends and I we were walking in Times Square type area, and one thing that they commented on, we were walking past some trash, and for some reason, they were like, "Ah, crap, that smells bad." And then, 3 of the females in our party were like, "Well, Cody still smells good." It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So it does project. You do get a good deal of compliments with this one. Excellent fragrance. So, kind of to sum it up, even before that, what does this fragrance remind me of? If you wanted a point of reference, I can't really give you one, just because I don't have any fragrance that smells even remotely similar to this, and I've got a lot of fragrances basically, and none of them smell even remotely similar to this. So it's very unique in that terms of smell. In terms of rating, I actually give this one a perfect 10 out of 10. Now, I don't wear this all the time. I have very specific times that I actually wear this, and I can only wear this when going out, or literally just going out at night, whether it be to dinner with somebody, or whether it be dinner with a group. It doesn't matter. At night is really the only time that I can wear this, and really that's my only knock on it, is versatility. But you can't really, or at least I can't really fault this fragrance for that. It does great in that scenario, excellent, and it really is a unique fragrance in that term. Now, I believe, checking Fragranta, there are some stuff that I haven't gotten my nose of that may smell like this, but again, I don't have it, so I can't comment on it. So again, 10 out of 10, excellent fragrance. If you're looking for a date fragrance, take a look at this fragrance. Look at other people's reviews on it. If you're looking for more information on the reformulations and everything like that, check out that thread that I'm going to list below. Again, want to thank the fragrance community for an excellent time on, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. It was a great time, and yeah, that pretty much concludes it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please leave a comment, let me know, send me a message. As always, I do my best to get back to you guys. So thank you, and take care.